This used to be a cowboy Wild West town back in the 1880s. This town had over 28 saloons at one time here, and it was the Motor City of West Texas.
The Baker Hotel right across the street. It looks like a ghost now, but at one time it was great. The passenger trains used to stop here, and the people would get off the train and go there and eat their lunch or dinner or whatever.
Back in the late 1800s, this was a big cattle center, since it was the end of at that time, what they call the Texas Pacific Railroad. And everyone brought their cattle here and shipped them. And it was a town of about 10,000 at that time. And then in 21, they discovered the first oil well here. It was the first well, what they call, drilled in the Permian Basin. And of course, during the 20s, from 21 on, well, it was quite oil activities.
This town was founded back in 1882. It had to fight for its life. There was no water here. Eventually, the town actually dried up in 1897, and the city dissolved its corporation, and from a legal standpoint, Colorado City ceased to exist. And then in 1905, the city reincorporated and said that we're going to have to accept all the past indebtedness that our forefathers racked up for us in building a waterworks here, a school system, a courthouse, etc.
My name is Bob Riley. I'm presently serving as mayor. I've lived here in Colorado City 51 years. I came here in 1953 as a coach, coached 5 years here, and then went in the insurance business and stayed there 40 years. And now I'm basically retired, and about all I do is serving as mayor of Colorado City. You cut the ribbons, kind of a ceremonial title.
Being in West Texas, the #1 music of choice is country music. And this particular radio station in this particular county is one of the easiest to program in the world, because all you have to do is play country music.
From the hills of Arkansas, there came a boy who wouldn't listen to mom. When she told him he should go to school, he slipped away in the afternoon, he'd take a little walk. Pretty soon again, find him at that local auction barn. He listened very carefully, then pretty soon he began to see how the auctioneer could speak so rapidly. He said, "Oh my, do or die, I've got to learn that ox and cry, gotta make my mark, being an auctioneer. Find out who's gonna give it to anybody who won't give it $10.
This house was built in the 1800s, 1880s. It was built by Dr. Coleman, who lived here until the 1930s at the time of his death. And then later on it was sold to Kiker, Mr. Kiker, and it became a funeral home. And then they moved out of here in 1990, I think, and the museum acquired the building.
He was a famous Kiowa Indian chief back in the mid-1800s. He made a lot of trips through this area to, they were on hunts going into the hunting buffalo. Chief Lone Wolf was on a raiding party down into South Texas to get some horses, and his son was with him. And his son was killed in a battle with some of the Texas Rangers down there. The Rangers were getting closer to him, so there is we call it Lone Wolf Mountain. It's just a big hill east of town. And so Chief Lone Wolf buried his son on the mountain, and he went on to Oklahoma. At a later date, he came back and got his son's body and took it back to Oklahoma.
Colorado City first sprung up around the railroad. Merchants came in from New York and everywhere. And there was a French dressmaker Madame de Fontaine. And so we've depicted her dressmaking shop here.
The Columbian mammoth is the type that a mammoth that ours is. And it was discovered 6 miles south of town. We were fortunate last year. It had been so dry, the lake had receded, and when that happened, many of the bones and the tusks we could find them. These spear points were found in amongst the bones of the bison down on the creek bank when it was discovered. And this is what makes it unique, because the very fact that these were with it indicates civilized man was here, and that was 10,000 years ago.
In Colorado City, your typical price range is going to run anywhere from $15,000 for a nice little 2-bedroom to around $85,000 would probably be your average top price. Right now, it's a wonderful market for a buyer.
I've been teaching second grade for about 14 years, and I've been here at Kelly Elementary, and it's a great school. Teachers here do a lot of work together. We do a lot of teamwork, which I think has been very beneficial to the kids, and we try to incorporate things that they like into their learning and make learning fun. And we've done all kinds of training, and I think we've been very innovative. We've used a lot of technology, and I just think it's a real upbeat place to be.
Yeah, they were